and welcome to another episode of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from Marty and Danielle in the Morning on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura, brewmaster of Karl Strauss. And we are so excited to welcome Jordan and Bill from Resident Brewing. You guys have the hottest beer in all of San Diego right now. First of all, welcome. And second of all, holy camole, the Joe Double IPA made with the one and only Joe Musgrove of the Padres. Welcome, Jordan and Bill.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Guys, great to have you on the show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So first and foremost, how did this happen? Joe Musgrove, the first no-hitter in San Diego Padre history, and he basically seems like he walked from Petco Park over to Resident Brewing and was like, hey guys, want to make a beer? Like, is that how it happened?
It happened kind of, but a little bit different timeline. So shortly after he got traded from the Pirates, he got his hands on one of our beers. It was Chasing Nelson. And he DM'd us on Instagram, told us how much he liked it. And, being a big baseball fan myself, I was kind of blown away and said, wow, we got to get this guy some more beer. So we got him some. He put it in the clubhouse. And 3 days later, he threw the no-hitter. So we'd already talked about doing the collaboration before he threw the no-hitter. And the no-hitter was icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, definitely.
That is so cool. I had no idea he reached out to you guys. That is huge. In a city of 150 breweries. Holy camole.
I have a question. What was the name of the beer before he threw the no-hitter? Had you had a name yet?
We didn't have a recipe yet. So
okay.
We didn't have a name.
So no, it's still extremely rad that you guys already had this lined up before the no-hitter.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he still came through because Ballas gave him free beer and everybody's giving him all sorts of stuff, and he still came through and he wanted to do it.
You know, it says something about him. It says something about him too, as a beer drinker, that he reached out to you after having the Chasing Nelson, and then, given that he could have collabed with anybody in town after that no-hitter, he still went to you guys because he perceive the quality of your beer. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're stoked.
And also, as I'm reading the side of the can, I just like how you guys used all of his stats to help with this beer. So, for instance, it has 59 IBUs, who changed from number 59 to number 44 with a 4.4 SRM. And then throughout the team's first no-hitter on game, 8,206. So the ABV on this is 8.206. You guys put so much thought into this.
Yeah, Jordan and Robert did a great job of implementing all that, formulating the recipe to fit all the numbers.
Yeah, that's really the reason why it's a double IPA in the first place. We knew we wanted to brew an IPA, but the 8.206 is what got us there.
So tell us about Brew Day. What was it like? Because I know that Joe came down and brewed the first batch with you guys.
Yeah, so he cruised down. He really wanted to be part of it and help. And so when he showed up, he's like, what can I do? So I came in a little bit early. I had everything cleaned up and moved out of the way. And we do have to mill while we're mashing. So we had him go downstairs and finish milling grain as we mashed in. Had him set up the tank with me for Sanny and everything. And then we actually had him dry hop another hazy beer for us. So it was we were going to do it anyways on that day, but we threw him up on the ladder and he dry hopped Carlsbad flower fields for us.
And when Bill said he cruised down, he really cruised down. He rode a skateboard.
Yes. Yeah. I'll take it. I need some help soon, so.
Oh, yeah, we're hiring, by the way.
We are.
So he rode down on a skateboard, and I thought that was pretty cool. Apparently, it's something he does to the stadium too. So, if you're going to the Padres game, look out, see if you see him on the streets.
Yeah, he cruised down for as long as he could. He was here for like 6 hours and then had lunch and had to go to practice. So it was pretty cool. He was awesome dude.
That's so cool.
I haven't run into him because I ride my skateboard all over the place still. And to the downtown, our downtown brewery, which is just a stone throw from their brewery downtown.
Well, keep an eye out for him next time, Paul. You never know. You might see Joe Musgrove skateboarding down the same street as you.
I would love to hoist a pint of this with him. That would be awesome. And I do stop into Resident all the time because the beers are incredible.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but a few people got to. So after the game on Thursday, it was the first game he was here since he threw, or since they came back from their road trip. And he threw 7 innings, and then once the game was over, he put out on Twitter, "Hey, I'm going to Resident Brewing. Come have a beer with me." So he came in and drank a beer with everybody who wanted to come.
So how has this been for you guys? I mean, you're making national news about this. You're all over the place. Joe Musgrove continues to talk about this. What is it like as a small independent brewery to just see your name all over the place?
Really, we're just impressed with how awesome of a guy Joe is. You know, we didn't ask him to do any of this stuff. You know, he's a natural born promoter and really just a friend of all of us at this point. And yeah, we consider ourselves the luckiest people ever with this collab.
Yeah, we released it Tuesday, and then he ended up coming down Thursday for the first time, or to try it for the first time, and loved it. And he's like, I can definitely back this beer. Like, I really enjoy it. And he's like, I'm going to do everything I can to help you guys out. So we, like Jordan said, we didn't ask him to do anything. He has been just amazing, though.
The demand for this beer has to be through the roof. Do you guys have to devote like 1 or 2 fermenters to this beer now at this point?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we brewed 2 batches into a 20 barrel. That was the first batch that we just released. Cases sold out online in 5 minutes. The rest are going to be at the ballpark starting tonight. We gave them 40 cases. We only did 2 half barrels for the local. Nobody else has it on draft. But we also ran out of that this weekend, so we only have what's available. And then I brewed 2 more batches last week, and I'm brewing another one this week. So
this isn't a one-off. This is going to continue to be part of the lineup?
Yes, for as long as we can. We're sourcing more hops because we need more Nelson and Strata, and just realized that we're going to go through them real quick.
Well, all I want to say is suck it, Mookie Betts, because I don't see you having a beer with the Dodgers.
Seriously.
So let's talk about the beer itself. I think this is a really nice double IPA. It's very dry, but it's very aggressively hopped. You get hops from the start of the first sip all the way through the finish. I do get a lot of that berry-like flavor from the Strata, which is really pleasant. And then that nice white wine kind of flavor from Nelson too, like at the same time. Yeah. Really complex.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, so Robert built the recipe. We basically just did 2-row, a little Vienna, Carafoam, acidulated, simple malt bill. We bittered with Bravo and then didn't add anything else until a hop stand at 185. And we added Nelson and Citra Cryo. And then the dry hop is Nelson Heavy, Citra Cryo, Strata that we chose the lots from. So this was like our fruitier lot because we got 2 different ones, and Simcoe Cryo.
It's bomb.
A heavy dry hop and a lot of late additions and just that one bittering addition.
And one thing we were thinking about when coming up with the recipe for this beer is, we want this beer to be a beer that you can enjoy on a hot day at a ballpark. Didn't want it to be too sweet, caramelly, anything like that. Instead of great, we were looking to pack a, that kind of high level of ABV, but make it really drinkable, like a single IPA or kind of like a pale ale.
Speaking of enjoying Resident beers at Petco Park, I've had a couple urbanites while I've been at Petco Park, and I'm just like, yeah, Resident.
I was gonna say, I think the dry hop's probably about 3.5 pounds a barrel. It's up there.
Wow.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Well
Those
done,
are
guys.
those are some very expensive boutique hops. I hope you guys are able to get a bunch of them to continue to make this beer. If not, reach out to the San Diego community, because there might be other breweries that want to help you guys or want to see you guys continue to make this, that might be willing to trade or something.
Yeah, for sure. We were talking about that today at our meeting about reaching out, and because we only have so much contracted Nelson and Strata, so we are going to need some help at some point. So we're looking.
All the brewers out there.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, help these guys out.
So switching gears from a double IPA over to Morning Sips, this Imperial Stout, Vermont maple syrup, Ugandan vanilla beans, and Mostra coffee. What is this guy?
Yeah, let's switch beers. So we are going to Morning Sips. So this is a release that we did actually last year. So this is a Imperial Stout. You can call it a pastry stout. Brewed with coffee from Mostra Coffee up in Rancho Bernardo. It's brewed Ugandan vanilla beans and Vermont maple syrup. So kind of like breakfast in a glass, really dangerous breakfast, I guess. And the reason that we wanted to feature this beer on here with you guys now is that the barrels are pretty much ready for barrel-aged morning sips. So we took this beer, we filled one bourbon barrel and one vanilla bourbon barrel. We're gonna blend those together and do a barrel-aged version of this as well.
Yeah, working on that right now. Supposed to bring barrels over this week, so. It was definitely one of his batches before I was here.
Wow. This is a mouthful, man. This is
So many layers.
right. I mean, I taste the maple. It's the stout base alone, I think would have been really nice. And then you get this layer of maple on top of it. And there's this like, I don't know, like a cinnamony kind of thing in the finish that's, I don't know. Still trying to figure that out. Maybe it's from the coffee, that like an earthiness or something from the coffee that's going on. Mostra does a great job with their coffees, by the way. Nice choice on them.
They were awesome. You know, every time we've done a beer with them, you know, they all understand beer really well up there. And, first thing they ask is, what kind of beer is it? What are you looking to do with this beer? And then we went up and did, a cupping for this beer and any other beers we've done with them to really pick out exactly what we wanted to go for. So they're great to work with.
Yeah.
So this is a 10.7 ABV right now. When you guys, the barrel-aged version, will that be even higher ABV?
I'm going to guess it'll be in the 12 range. We're going to get it tested. From barrels that I've pulled, we've got 1 to 4% even. Depends on how saturated it was and how much it picks up. So it's definitely going to be above 10.
After the Angels take their share.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, the 12% barrel-aged version of this is going to be phenomenal. Like, that's a beer I would encourage everybody out there to buy several bottles of and cellar them, put them down for a little while, because in 2 or 3 years after that, it's going to be even better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a projected date for when those bottles are going to go on sale?
It's probably going to be about 2 months from now,
Okay.
if I were to guess. But yeah, follow us on social media and we will definitely let you know.
So that is the thing about Resident Beer. I highly suggest that anyone who doesn't follow them on social media start following them, because they do these beer releases and they sell out right away because they're making phenomenal beer. I mean, the No Joe is a perfect example. It sold out within 5 minutes of going on sale. I mean, and you guys have had a ton of other fantastic beers. Like you had the Socialite that you came out with like, absolutely loved that one. Again, the Urbanite. You guys are just continuing to make solid beers here in San Diego.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
The coconut IPA used to be one of my favorites. I used to just walk up the street just for that.
We got that going right now. I got to research some coconut, hopefully by the end of the week. I got 3 brews starting tomorrow. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday brewing, and then hopefully I can get that research going over the weekend for vacation.
Dang, Bill, you just do not stop, man. You're just a machine over there.
They're just asking for more and more. I'm trying to keep up.
Oh my gosh.
What's that?
You're going to need a bigger brewery.
That too. That would be great.
Absolutely.
Jordan and Bill, thank you so much for joining Paul and I for Beer for Breakfast ABV. Before we leave you, is there anything that you would like to let the people of San Diego know about Resident?
Really just to come down. So we're open Tuesday through Sunday. Safe bet would be to come 12 to 11 any day. We're open those hours and sometimes a little bit later.
Kitchen
so we have a full restaurant here. We're teamed up with a restaurant called The Local, and you can come by, get some beer, get some cocktails, get whatever food you're into, and we really just try to make it a atmosphere for everybody. So everybody's welcome. Come on down and see us.
Fantastic. Paul, anything you want to leave with Resident?
It's a good vibe being there. I've had beers there on multiple locations, and it's always very pleasant and awesome. And there's always like a beer on for everybody who walks through the door. Congratulations, guys, on this and all your other successes.
Thank you.
I wish you much more continued success.
Thank you so much.
Really
Cheers.
appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Again, you guys, this is so rad. This No Joe Double IPA teaming up with Joe Musgrove. The story is so awesome, and I am so glad that Joe found a rad brewery to partner up to make a beer. I mean, it's just so awesome. Friday morning, we have Beer for Breakfast on the radio, 91X, 91.1 on your FM radio. You can stream for free from 91x.com, or you can download that app. It's at 9:10, and we will be drinking Resident beer. Joe Musgrove, if you ever want to call into 91X or stop by, we would love to have you.
Not so long.
Yes. And with that, cheers to independently owned craft beer and radio in San Diego.
Cheers.
Yeah.